You can choose how you will live your life, but you cannot choose how you will die. Welcome to another video. We'll continue with my journal. We are in the year 2022. I'm going to continue from where we left in the last episode. It was Sunday, May 15, and it's going to be Sunday, May 15 today. We did part of it. We came to a dream which I didn't read, which I now would like to read. Like I said, dreaming is funny. There's nobody who doesn't dream. I don't know whether animals dream or not. Maybe they dream. Somebody told me a story that a fowl dreamt that it was, I've forgotten the story. I don't know whether it was lying on a pillow or something like that. And the following day, the head was on top of fufu, pile of heap of fufu and soup surrounding it. Anyway, so I don't know what the psychologists are saying about it, whether animals dream or not. I haven't been able to go there to find out. Okay, the dream goes: I fell into an open gutter, whole body, back in the sewage. That means my back was in the sewage. At full stop. At a nearby local home, I was given water to wash. I woke 7:50 a.m. Well, that was daydreaming. I suppose I slept after Fajr, early morning prayer, and then had that dream. Okay, I think that was all for Sunday. We've now completed Sunday, May 15, 2022. We're now going to Monday, 16 May. My chop money was 518 cedis, 50 pesos. And I did my usual things, and I spent 37 cedis, 80 pesos. I started with the story of Jane Ajiman, who I've forgotten. I've forgotten to do that first, or before going to Sunday 15. I started with the story of Jane Ajiman, who bought my home at Konongo, who told me she wasn't going to pay for electricity, that she is coming to enter to use, because it was not debt. If it were debt, I would have left it for her to pay. She made in her agreement in the sale of the house, witnessed by Commissioner of Oath. She gave her husband's name as Odru. I saved the name as Odru Baya, and then her name as Jane Ajima Baya. Odru's number is here: 0244 345 4332. He might change it anytime, I don't know. Well, I can't really say, but on the agreement, she says Odru is the husband. Maybe it was just a husband for an agreement in the sales. I don't know, maybe the brother, maybe the friend, I don't know. But in the agreement, she's James Odru, whose number I've just called, is the husband of Ajiman, of Jane Ajiman. And Jane's number itself is 054 233 or I can read them the other way around. I can read them in another way around. In another way, Odro's number is 233 243 454332. Jane Ajman's number is 233 5433 72994. 2994. These are their numbers. I haven't been able to find the agreement yet. It's somewhere. When I find it, I'll showcase it for my viewers to see. Uh, I think, okay, I will come to that later. Another woman, I don't know what is wrong with Ghanaians now. Things have changed drastically. I'll come to another lady's case after this. Let's see. Okay, let me continue with Mandy 16. I'm done with that because I said I spent 37 cities that day. Uh, then we go to Tuesday, May 17th. My spending money was 480 cities, 60 pesos. I spent 12 cities that day after going around and buying a number of things. We go to, okay, let's pause there because after that, I had a list here of people whose blood I examined, and their HB levels, hemoglobin levels were rather high. You see, maybe it's genetic. We say we don't feed well in Ghana, but people still have very high hemoglobin levels. The level for a normal person in the developed world, maybe 13 or 13.5 to 18, or somewhere about that. For ladies, maybe 13.5 or 12.5, but in the developing world or in the poverty-ridden world, our HB range from about 11 to 16 for women, and for men, maybe 12 or so to 18. But there was one particular person whose HB kept on being very high. That's in my lab in Konongo. Or not only that, but high a number of people. And I recorded them down for some use someday. They are here. They might be alive. I don't know. There was somebody who was working at the Internal Revenue Service. He was called Wallace Mensah. He was 40 years at the time of doing the HB, and his HB was 17.8. It kept on being constant. There was another person who was an accountant in the Ashama external laboratory, and his HB was always constant 18, 18, 18, 18, 18, 18, 18.0, 18 point something. But these ones I did myself in my lab, and I trust the HBs because I compared them with HBs at the teaching hospital in Kumasi, the biggest hospital in the Ashanti region, and they were about the same, almost the same, maybe zero point 0.5 difference or less than 0.5 difference. So I trust the HBs. So Wallace Mensah, 40 years, 17.8 grams per deciliter. Then this one was Ben Ofori Asamoah, 50 years. He was staying at low cost block L. His HB 16.00 grams per deciliter. Then we had Adum Hospital. No, Nana Mensah. He was sent from Adum Hospital. He was 39 and the HB was 17.20. We had Yao Mensah, also sent from Adum Hospital. The first one was Nana Mensah, but here now it is Yao Mensah, whose age was 45 and the HB was 16.4. Then we have Apau Mensah. Apau Mensah, the age is absent, the hospital is absent. It could have been Adum Hospital. His HB was 17 We have Owusu Achre. Owusu Achre, 40 years. His HB was 16.84. Then we have Osei Chre, 57. His house number is NT70 Block E. NT means Newtown, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, at Newtown. NT, well, that's my guess. Let me just leave it like that. The house number was NT70 Block E. Osei Chre, 57. His HB was 16.6. Then we have Frank Amehire. Frank Amehire. His address was Box 303, Konongo. Of course, these things have changed. These addresses might no longer hold. His address by then was Box 303, Konongo. Frank Amehira, his HB was 16.2. Then we had Sribo Otu, 16.2. Their lab numbers are also there, but that's not very necessary. Then we have Nana Kwesi Fosu, 16.5. No age recorded and no address recorded. Then we have Ignatius Apia, 28. His HB 17.5 grams per deciliter. Then we have Joseph Mensah, his HB 17.0 grams per deciliter. The days I did them are there. Well, I don't think they are necessary in this case. The thing is just to highlight the high HBs I used to get in a poor country like Ghana. But there are some places, even in the capital town, Kumasi, where people's HBs were very low. Somebody told me a pregnant woman, 3 point something, 4 point, and yet they are giving birth. Anyway, let's continue with the main thing, the main story. And we are going to Wednesday, 18 May. Wednesday, May 18, 2022. My chop money was 468 pesos, 60 pesos. I went to a place called Oyiripa FM, then Casbin FM. I think I had some complaint to make to them because sometimes they are cheaper to go to than the police. Then, that day after all the rounds, my expenditure was 52 cedis, 00 pesos, and there was a drizzle, it was a drizzle between 8:41 p.m. and queried 9:30 p.m. I might have slept. Then we go to Thursday, May 19th. My chop money was 416 cedis, 60 pesos. And after all the expenditure I made that day, I spent 55 cedis, 60 pesos. I don't want to bore you with tiny things any longer. Then we go to Friday, May 20th. My spending money came down to 360 cedis, 00 pesos. Then, after going around and spending monies, how much did I spend? That was Friday, May 20th. Friday, May 20th. Friday, May 20th. I spent 24 cedis, 50 pesos on Friday, May 20th. Yes, I think we had a meeting. Herbal Life had a meeting at a hotel called GB Hotel. Golden something hotel at Ahujo. And that was where I saw some ladies came out to the lunch there in the hotel. And if you look at them, my brother, if you look at those ladies, maybe if you are impotent that day, maybe you will come back to life. The way they dressed, one, there were two. One was behind the other. The first one was too plain, and as if she was not wearing anything. You could only see the pant and then I said, "Oh, this second one is better." And when she came over, it was rather worse. Mm? And you either put your eyes away, or if you have cash, you call them and take them inside. Yes, this is what happens in our hotels. Mm. Anyway, I don't go there. I went there for a meeting and I came across it. So let me see it out. Mm. All right. We go to, yes, that day, Friday 20th, I spent 24 cities, 50 pesos. Uh, yes, let me pause here and do with this other lady that I talked about. There are many. Uh, Let me pause here. I rented a house at Bokro in Kumasi, and it was a mess. The house was not good. The toilet was messy. The people behaved badly, and yet there was a mosque inside that house. I later realized that the mosque was not built by the owner of the house, but it was built as a donation by a group of people building mosques in houses. But then I didn't like the house. I was lived there after staying 7 months. But even before the 7 months, I told the landlady, the one who gave me the house, it's a family house and she had her own part. And she didn't, it was not even a real house. In fact, it was an extension. It was a wall. It was the main house was there and surrounded by a wall. And then they then used the back wall. The wall at the back of the house, when you enter, there's a wall at the back. There's a wall on the two sides, and then at the back of the house. They then use that part to make some rooms. Three small rooms. And I used one, and I didn't like it. It was leaking. It was no good. I hadn't entered there yet, and they asked me to pay for electricity bill. Can you imagine? I hadn't stayed there the first day, so there's no light. We have to pay for money so that they. And I asked how much. They told me 50 cities. I paid 50 cities. I didn't want trouble. I was just entering. Then they came back and told me, no, 50 cities, it won't do. I must pay 100 cities in addition, making 150 cities. I said I didn't have. And that was my trouble. They followed me. Then they gave me my 50 cities back. In fact, the one who gave me the 50 cities back was not the landlady, but the landlady was aware of it because at the time they told me to pay 50 cities, she was there with two other tenants. I paid. But when returning it, she was not there, but I know she was aware of it. So when they asked for 100 cities, I said, no, I didn't have. They gave me back my 50 cities. I took it. Without knowing it pained them. They didn't like it. They thought I would cough out 100 cities to add. When I didn't, they hated me and they behaved horrible, spoiled the toilet for me. So I said I was leaving. Latifa, the one who rented the room to me, said, no, she can't give me any balance now. She has to rent the rooms to some other people. Like I said, there are just three tiny rooms. All together, maybe not even up to one room. She has to rent it out before. She has to rent them out before she pays me my money. And I didn't see any logic in it, but I was eager to go out. So I rented a different place. And I told her I'm moving out. So my money, she said, no, she still has to rent it out before going. I said, "Ah, so if it's a year and you haven't finished renting it out, what do I do? Do I keep waiting? Oh, I'll rent it out before a year. A room that is leaking, no water. The house is dirty, nasty. Then I called a friend of mine who used to pray with us, Malam Mohammed, and I told her to tell her that I've given her 3 months to pay my money to me. Malam Mohammed told her she was adamant she didn't pay. And you know something, not just that, she blocked my line. I couldn't get her. The very number that she gave me, shh, you call nothing. And you remember I had already left. And I didn't see much sense in it. When it was approaching 3 months, I saw that she wasn't opening up to me. I took her to the rent control office. And she was served with a letter. In fact, I took the letter there to come to the rent control. She came and I told her to pay. And she was asking for time. They told her, no, we give you only 2 weeks. And luckily for her, the 2 weeks coincided with the 3 months, end of the 3 months that I gave her. So she should bring the money. When it was time to bring it, she didn't bring it. She didn't even go. Then the rent control advised me to take her to court. They have a court nearby at the Prempeh Assembly Hall. I took it to her. I went with the bailiff to her house and served her with the summons. All these costs will pay. They are not free. Then the day she was to attend to court, she attended court and told me she paid something, 1,000 cedis. I was surprised. Without knowing that when we went with the summons, she turned around and went to the rent control and paid 1,000 cedis. So well, she paid. I say, fine. Then there at the rent control, she paid me another 1,000. No, I think the balance was not up to 1,000. No, 980 or so, 930, 9 something anyway. And then she was to pay the costs that I incurred during the court process. She didn't pay. The day came, she didn't pay. The day came, she didn't pay. So I had to pay money again to the court for another summons. Somebody knew her at the court and rushed and told her, and she paid. She rushed and came and paid. You know something? The very number that I was using, I wasn't getting. I gave that number to that person at the court. I can't remember the name. I think it's Zarkus also. No, not Zarkus. I've forgotten the name. So the man called her with the number that I gave her, and it went through. She didn't answer. She looked at it and she didn't answer. And I suppose the man insisted, called her again and told her, look, you are going to court again and you will pay costs again. Then she rushed and came and paid the money. So this is the nature of Ghanaians. This is the nature of Ghanaians. And these are the papers for your key. So in Ghana, if you are a sleeper, you are a sympathizer, you will die. People will take your money and they will never give it back to you until you die. Yes. And they expect you to die so they will be free. They know that nobody will ask them for money, even including women. I showed you the front part of this one. Let me show you here too. I don't know which one came first. I don't know which one came first. This is from 7. The date here was, is it there? This was dated 20th October 2023. That's the one that I just showed you. And this one is dated 20th October. Okay, but this is the second, this is another paper served to Latifa and myself. Mm. The font again. Mm. The date here is December, fixed for Thursday, December 21st, 2023. So this is the second paper, and this is the first paper. So you see how Ghanaians can be, and we say Nigerians are bad. You owe me. I move out of your house, pay me my money unless you rent it. A house that is not good, rooms that are leaking, dirty, smelling. Then you switch off your phone. You block me, my line only, I can't get you. So if I didn't go to court, she would chop all the money, 1,900 and I think 87. She would tell me this, that, and then that's all. And if she's going to pay me at all, it will be when the money has been developed. Our money is not developed, our money is not stable. Then I had to make expenses before she came and pay. Pay the cost you won't pay. I had to make another cost. Then somebody rushed and told her. So the second cost I did for nothing, she didn't pay. That's how Ghana is. Another fellow, a woman again, sold, what do you call it? Not power pack for me. Because when I said I wouldn't pay for electricity at Latifa's house, I had no power to charge my phone. I went and bought a charger. I took it there. It wasn't working. It would work just 1 hour, maximum 1 hour, and stop. I took it back. She changed one for me, and that one do the same thing. Pay my money back, she wouldn't pay. I had to suggest to her to pay me just half. I think she was happy about that. Paying me the half too was a problem. She paid and left with, I think, 1 cedi or so. I stood there, I got angry. I told her, fix that 1 cedi there. And she had to bring coins to add, pretending that she doesn't have money. So I don't know the mentality of Ghanaians. The country is spoiling and spoiling and spoiling. Before long, we'll start killing people physically like Nigeria. That's the difference between us and Nigeria. They kill you physically. And even it's in Ghana, in small, small pockets, it's not yet widespread. It will come, it will be there. Will catch him physically, kill him, finish him. Look at the behavior of women. Cheating. These three instances of women. They could be more. You go somewhere, they just, oh my God. Okay, time is going. I think we will stop here. I can't remember quite where we stopped, but I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out, and then I think we stopped at Friday 20th, Friday May 20th. When we come back, we'll go to Saturday May 21st. And sorry for the digression. It happens. Remember, this is my autobiography. I'm not bothered. People will say, what's wrong with this old man? Oh, I'm an old man. I'm already dead. If I die, these things won't come out. No, but they would rather go and say, oh, this man is troublesome. He likes going to court. But I didn't like going to court. You want to cheat me? Hmm? Okay, I think I'll come to some Asians too, men and women. I mean, we are dirty in this country, dirty. We call ourselves Muslims, we call ourselves Christians, but no, we're very dirty. Shan't waste your time much. Thank you very much. Illa lika, bye bye, au revoir. May God bless you all.